Some say that aim is the most important skill in Valorant, and others would argue that it's all about the game sense. Now, I say improving and being good in the game, well, it isn't really black or white. Rather, it should be a perfect balance between the two of them. And now I'm not here to settle any of these debates that are as old as time, but I am going to show you 3 easy steps that can instantly improve your gunplay. Starting off with tracking while moving. You know that shooting target in the range that can be adjusted up to 50 meters away? We're going to start there. After spawning in the practice range, head outside to that shooting target. You should be able to see it near the flying drones over here. Shoot the bot option to spawn your target. Now take note that the bot is going to be still the whole time. Just focus on tracking its head and staying on it while you move around. Do this for at least 5 to 8 minutes or until you're comfy enough to move on. Now this practice is also going to help identify if your current sensitivity meets your preference. If you find yourself over-flicking just to stay on target, lower that down a little bit. If you're under-flicking, increase it by just a little bit. And to mix things up, try increasing the bot's distance. And once you're ready to kick things up a notch, head back inside the skills test arena. Once there, shoot the practice option and do the same exercise with a moving bot. Again, try to do this for at least 5 to 8 minutes so you can develop a little bit of a muscle memory. You can also try switching targets as long as you keep your crosshair on that bot's head. Just take note, your goal isn't to shoot it, at least not yet. According to the 2190 rule, it takes 21 days to make a habit and 90 days for a permanent lifestyle change. Now, I'm not saying you should turn playing Valorant into a lifestyle, but if you really want to improve and you want to be consistent, well, it's going to be worth a shot. 10,000 hours, as they say. Right? Keep doing it. The Matrix method, as I'd like to call it, is an advanced application of tracking while moving. And instead of the range, this one should be done on an actual game mode like Deathmatch or even unrated. Now, Coach Worthy refers to this as the MASS method, which basically stands for move, aim, stand still, and shoot. However, the Matrix method just kind of sounds a little bit cooler, so I'm going to go with that. Now, the reason I call it the Matrix method is because of how you're going to dodge the enemy's bullets. And if you haven't been around long enough to witness this iconic moment from the film, well, here's a quick recap. God, that makes me feel old. So the goal here is to incorporate as much movement as possible while keeping your crosshair on the enemy's head. And it's the perfect exercise to do once you get comfortable with the first step. Hop on a deathmatch, try it out. Now, you'd honestly be surprised how many people can actually whiff if you stay a moving target. Not only does this practice your movement though, but it also allows you to maintain composure when you take duels. Now, at the same time, you get to experience real in-game head tracking. But of course, this doesn't stop here. Once you've ensured the accuracy of your head tracking, stand still for a brief moment and shoot your shot. Do this for an entire session or two of deathmatch to practice your movement, your head tracking, and your composure simultaneously. To up the ante too, test it out in your unrated matches as well. Take note that while Deathmatch does provide a better training ground for application, unrated and ranked matches are the real deal. So the ultimate test would be to set a concrete goal by performing this step whenever you take duels in an unrated match. Then try to observe if it was effective or if you were doing it correctly. Now, it'd be better if you have screen recording applications like OBS, GeForce, and the like, things like that, so you can review your performance. The more you get used to this method of aiming, the more you can practice your 1, movement during gunfights, 2, your head tracking, 3, make sure that you're maintaining composure. And honestly, it also incorporates a little bit of mind game with your enemy too. Think about it. If you're successful in using this method during your duels, you're going to be guaranteed to tilt most of the enemies you encounter. And once you're inside their heads with your provocative gunplay, well, you're going to gain more confidence while they absolutely lose their mind. Nothing beats dominating a team full of tilted enemies. Now, if you're just starting out in Valorant or you still feel like your aim just isn't really cutting it, it can be pretty tough to feel like you've caught up to players who have literally spent thousands of hours in this game. Now, luckily, over at SkillCapped, we have worked with professionals to create 3 world-class aim courses that are designed to fast-track that progress and take you from a noob to an absolute pro in just about 3 months of playing. Now, at the end of the day, Valorant is an FPS game, and if you can't shoot straight, well, you can't really snowball. Nobody wants to bottom frag every single game, and the best part is, you really don't have to. We're confident any one of you watching this could achieve immortal level aim, and in fact, we believe in that so much that we even offer a rank improvement guarantee, meaning if you don't climb while using our service, you really don't pay. So if you're tired of bottom fragging and you're really looking to dominate matches today, be sure to check out SkillCapped using the discount link in the description below. Finally, we are going to head back to the range for our last step because, well, why not? No, but seriously, Valorant's in-game features like the range and other game modes are really more than enough. Trust me, there is no need for other aim training apps, especially if you're not going to be fond of them. It's in the game, man. Nothing beats experience and direct source material when it comes to learning. Anyway, so the range. This next step is what I'd like to call the focused burst. Not spraying, not one-tapping, the focused burst. It's basically a smarter and more efficient way of spraying without expending every one of your bullets. Now, at the same time, it also allows you to practice a little bit of recoil control. And first off, make sure to disable infinite ammo in the skills test area. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to remove that dependency on having unlimited bullets. And it's also going to give you an idea of when the spray, quote unquote, becomes a little bit too much to handle. Now, essentially, continuously spraying around 10 or more bullets on a Phantom is really going to start to make that recoil sway left and right. Now, as for the Vandal, it should be around 6 to 7, not 10, like the Phantom. Now, ideally, with either of these in any weapon, you want to keep it to around 5 bullets tops before strafing. Do this while facing the back wall and try to maintain your crosshair at head level. Each burst pattern on that wall should appear as similar to each other as possible. The more clumped up those bullet marks are, the better and more consistent you are at controlling your burst. You can do this for both Phantom and Vandal, or whichever you prefer, using most of the time. And now, after 5 minutes of consistent burst pattern, spray in that wall, switch to moving targets. Shoot the practice option in the skills test area and do your focused burst on each target. Then apply it in action by hopping on a deathmatch or team deathmatch. This exercise is good because it doesn't limit you from spraying your gun. And now, I know that may not sound right for a lot of you, but hear me out here. Spraying is completely fine as long as you don't do it out of panic or as a crutch to trace your target while you whiff away the entire mag. Now, rather, you should see spraying as a set of controlled bursts. You know what you're doing and it's thought out. It's like managing your bullet count in a single mag while controlling your gun's recoil. But of course, it is more difficult to control the left and right sway of guns, which is why we're sticking with roughly 5 bullets per burst. That way, all you have to do is slightly adjust your mouse downward when it starts to go up. Plus, let's be honest here, this type of gunplay is more doable and it's more realistic than having to one-tap every single time. And with good movement, you're going to be able to outgun your enemies easily in no time.
All right, though, guys, before we wrap this up, let's tell you a little bit more about SkillCapped. So we offer a 5-division rank up guarantee, and we think that's a pretty crazy thing to offer. It's kind of like a gym membership guaranteeing you that you're gonna get ripped. Your local gym would probably go bust if they offered you that. But not us, because we've offered this for years because our service really does work. It works so well, in fact, that we're able to produce by far the largest catalog of premium Valorant guides on the internet. We add new courses every month with over 1,000 guides curated into over 50 courses. No one can compare. We also have a direct line of communication with subscribers in our Discord so that you can get connected immediately to some of the best players in the game who will respond to every question you ask. Sign up today for as little as $6.99 a month if you're serious about improving your game. So that's going to be all for this one today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.